Hello everyone. So I thought I'd show you two different bags today that are both in the mini size. One is the Tusting Holly Mini. I've done several reviews of my Tusting Mini Holly bag, so if you want to see fuller reviews on that bag, feel free to check out my other videos. I have quite a few in my collection. I have, I believe, four or five. This is the Hermes Mini Bolide. So both are mini bags, and huge price difference, obviously, between these two bags. This one retails for about $4.95, I believe, $4.75. You can get it bespoke and made it to your order, your special order, and then the price goes up accordingly, but not by much. So you're looking at a bag that's going to cost you well under $600. This one, add a couple of zeros to the six, and you're closer to what the price point is on the Bolide. But when you love handbags like I do, or I'm sure you do, you often think of the other bag, right? The more expensive one, and your mind just can't settle on the lower cost one. You have to know, whether or not that higher priced one is worth it, and should you get it? And you dream of that higher priced item, even though you end up buying the lower cost one. So in my case, I was always dreaming of having the mini Bolide, even though I already had like 4 of the mini Hollies. So even though I kind of knew that this was a better bag overall, I couldn't let go of the fact that I wanted this one. So I kind of just wanted to compare them to you guys and kind of just show you that even though this one is substantially higher in price, if you go ahead and pick the mini Holly, and I'm in no way associated with this company whatsoever, but just to show you that for value, you're getting a much better value at the lower price point, despite the fact that this is an Hermes bag. And they're both mini bags. They're not that too far off in size. If I put them against each other here, you can see quite a difference. The mini Bolide is listed as being about 7.25, and the Holly is closer to a 9. So there is a bit of a size difference there. You can see it. And then in terms of width, they're both listed as being a 3. Although I think the mini Holly can get you substantially more because it pops out on the side right here. And then on the bottom, the mini Bolide has feet and the Holly does not. And then they both have straps that you can attach. The mini Holly, it's its strap right here, and it runs anywhere from a 22 to a 23 inch, so very generous in its length, and the company can make it to your specification. And then the mini Bolide comes up substantially higher. It's a 20 inch drop, which it's okay, but it could use a little length. And the strap on this one is also substantially thinner. Let me grab the other one. So you're getting a much thinner strap on the Bolide bag. And then you can see they're both top handles, but this one you can't, no matter how thin you are, no matter how petite you are, nobody can get their hand through here. It's just way too small. I think it's about 2 inches. This one right here is closer to 2.25, a little bit higher than that. So you can get your hand through there. If it's on the smaller, more petite size, you're going to be okay with that. So you have a bit of a carry option here on the forearm, whereas this one you absolutely do not. So the strap on this one you just attach to either side, so it hangs very traditional. It just goes over the shoulder or crossbody. This one you attach the strap to the front and to the back, so it hangs a little bit more awkwardly. And then in order to get into the mini Holly, you twist it and go in, and this one has a zipper closure. The mini Holly, when you open it up, it also has a nice contrasting color. You can see this one is like a deep purple, and it's like a big empty hole in there. It's lined in like a suede material. And then these poppers on the side allow you to get a bit more in terms of the capacity. You can open it up and stretch it out a little bit. Whereas with this one, it's a zipper closure, and you do have a big open hole. There's a useless pocket in the back there. You can't fit really anything in there whatsoever. There's a little pocket back there. And it's really, a dinky bag. So what I did before I actually got this one was go to a department store with the exact dimensions of this and tried to find one to see if I would like that size and capacity. And I found a Calvin Klein one. I don't even know what its name is, what the name of the purse is, but it's pretty comparable. So if you're considering getting a bag and you're not sure if the dimensions will work for you, it's best to maybe pick one up at a lower price point. This one was like maybe $30–40 to see if it's going to work for you. And you can see they're very comparable. So once I started using this one, I had a better idea that I would be okay with the capacity of this one. So I pulled out a whole bunch of stuff that I normally carry in my everyday bag, just to kind of show you that between the two, this one also has a better capacity. Let's just put some of that stuff in there. So I have my phone, which is 6.5 inches. I have a makeup case with makeup inside of it right now. I have what's acting as a little wallet. I have a trial size lotion. I have my key fob, and then a pair of small sunglasses. And all of that fits very comfortably in there. You can pop it closed on the sides for a more streamlined look. And then put it like that. The charm I added myself, so that's just like something I added to give it interest. So there you have it right there. And you can see that there's minimal branding on this bag as well. So in that way, it's very comparable to Hermes. And, Tusting doesn't have their name all over it. In some of the bags, they have it on the front, and then they've started moving it around. So on this particular one, it's in the back. So depending on what model you pick up, it could be to the back, to the front, or always on the inside as well. But let's take that stuff out and see if it fits in here. I don't think it will. It's a very small bag. So in terms of like capacity and the value you're getting for your money, you're paying mostly, of course, for the name, the brand, and not so much for the usability. It looks very toy-like, very childlike, whereas this one is much more adult and ladylike, and you can take it to like events and that sort of thing. This one I think has much more limited usability. It would look kind of foolish, I think, in a lot of situations, like if you were going to a high-end event or something. It would be low profile. It's not going to really stand out, but it doesn't really look elegant or anything in comparison. It just kind of looks childlike to me, but I still like it. So anyway, here's my phone, 6.5 inches, and it just barely makes it in there, but it does. Let's just try and put all that stuff in there. There's a very big makeup case, and already I can see that it's not all going to fit. But I already knew that. My key fob. I guess if I took the time to arrange it better, I might get everything in there. A lotion, and I think the sunglasses probably would not make it. And then it's a little bit difficult to zip, and you can see that the zipper deforms up at the top there, which is very common if you opt to get an Hermes Bolide bag. Their zippers run in like that half moon way, and any zippers that run that way are a little bit difficult. When you start packing them to the top, they start getting deformed and harder to run. So definitely the capacity on this one is much more limited. You're much better off with just a few items as opposed to a full bag. So I just, kind of wanted to show them to you both. They're totally out of each other's price range and that sort of thing. But, sometimes like I said, you yearn for that higher priced item. And in fact, the lower priced item is much more usable, much more versatile, and just better overall. And this particular company, the Tusting company, very similar to Hermes in that they are going to take care of you if anything should happen to your bag. I believe if you live in their country, they come out of England, they'll service the bag for you if you need it. It's a little bit harder to get that done if you live in the United States, which of course I do. But they have, more hands-on service if you live in their country. So it makes it a little bit easier to purchase from them and get help if you need it. And of course, with Hermes, you get lifetime help with your bag as well. But both, high quality, and sometimes even when you're thinking about a higher price bag, the lower price one is just as equivalent, if not better. And that happens to be the case here. If I had to recommend one, it's definitely this one. It has better capacity, I think a better overall appearance, and just looks, more ladylike and usable than the other one. So yeah, just wanted to show them to you guys. If you have any questions about either, let me know. Thank you for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.